Happy holidays, Annette.
Thank you. Happy holidays right back at you. So we're talking about holidays still, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Christmas, but Christmas is coming up on us here. So I guess that's why we're wearing red and focusing more on that coming up. Some who have suffered from sexual abuse do need to make that tough choice of not attending holiday functions, and they might not have been invited anywhere type thing because it's something they just enacted into their life. And so we are going to bring some ideas today for people to celebrate the holiday alone and stretch it out, and how you can go ahead and still enjoy the holidays. Are you ready?
And you're avoiding dysfunction and avoiding things that could be unsafe as well.
Yes, absolutely. One of the favorite ways when John and I lived in a whole different state from any of our children and friends, and we're still new to the area, was to volunteer our time. You could volunteer your time at the food pantry, even what is the pound where the animals go, Humane Society. On Christmas Eve and Christmas, all their volunteers don't show up because they have family and friends they want to go to and places to be. And so that made it easy if we want to come on in and help them with doing that service to the animals, as well as there are a lot of missions that are out there that are feeding people during the holidays. You could donate your time there. But I think you'd be surprised if you check around how many places you can go to donate your time. It's pretty darn easy, and the need is big. It is really big. And we found that when giving our time, doing it even weeks ahead of time before Christmas helped us enjoy the holidays more. And we got to meet a lot of new people, which we brought into our lives. And so when we had Christmas, we found a whole bunch of people who didn't have people to celebrate Christmas with as well. And we were able to bring them into our Thanksgiving and then take them on into Christmas and build friendships then too. So it was a bonus both ways.
That's cool.
My husband loves decorations, and so I decorate big because John loves them. If it was just me celebrating Christmas for myself, I would probably just have, I'm not sure what I would have, but probably have a pumpkin or two that I could think of to have for Thanksgiving, but he really loves it and he enjoys it. So if that's something that you enjoy, make sure that you decorate. I know a friend of mine, when I went over to her house, she was a single woman, and she had this chocolate kiss that was Christmas wrapped, and you could see it was a chocolate kiss. And she said, yeah, that's my Christmas decoration. And it's going to make it to be a gift for me so that I can enjoy it later. And that was another thing, was buy yourself a gift. If you're buy yourself a gift, make sure that you're giving to others, whether it's cookies or a card or anything of encouragement. But it's also nice to buy yourself a little something. And she bought herself that chocolate kiss, and she knew she was going to be able to enjoy that for a long time because it was, you know, one of those big chocolate kisses. Just remember to do that if that's something that you're used to getting as gifts and such during the holidays. For others, it's not a big deal, but if it is for you, make sure you're filling that hole. Some fast ones is plan a phone call on that day to a friend or family member ahead of time so that you know you're going to be calling during that time and that you get to enjoy that interaction going back and forth. Go for a drive to see the lights. You could do that on that holiday or even before to enjoy it and spread out it further. A lot of botanical gardens decorate this time of year. You can walk through one of those if you dress warmly in our climate. In our climate, you got to dress really warm to go outside. This morning was 23 degrees and I did dress really warm, but to go outside and take a hot drink with you and just be able to see the sunrise or watch the birds out on the field or go to a park and see the same thing, but to dress warm and drink that hot cocoa or whatever you're going to drink. And it is an enjoyable time and a time to reflect. Start new traditions.
We did one last year.
A new one?
Yes, we decided to start a new tradition. So we've got new grandbabies in our life. And I wanted to make sure that the story of Christ came into when we would get together. You know, because you could get busy with giving gifts and opening gifts and doing meals, whatever. I wanted to make sure Christ was still center.
Amen.
And trying to figure out how can we do that with babies and them be a participant. So I thought, why not a nativity? But the nativity had to be kid friendly. So I found a rubber one. So we've got
My.
the house is hard, and then all the pieces are rubber. We lost Jesus though. We've got his manger, but we don't know where Jesus went.
You still got time to show up.
Yeah, we got time to still find him. I don't know where he's hiding right now. But what we did was like, how am I going to do this with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old? You know, a 1.5, 3-year-old. And so I said to the adults, everybody just pick a toy, and then you can be that on the floor pretending you're this. So the person that was the camel, hi, I'm the camel that took people around and brought the wise man to see Jesus. So we just reenacted, improv the story of Jesus. And instead of putting it away afterwards last Christmas, I decided to keep it in the toy bin. So it's out all year round so the kids can be reminded of the story. And so we'll do it again this year. You know, obviously they'll be able to pay a little more attention and get it, but there was impact. The impact began. And I wanted to have even more impact. So the new tradition for this year I decided to do was, they're called those Advent calendars. I couldn't find one with the nativity on it, so I just wanted a basic Merry Christmas. But there's 24 boxes, and then you open up a box, and each day leading up, so you start December 1st, leading up to Christmas for 24 days, you open it up. And I wanted to have verses in there that tell the story of Christ. You know, the foretelling of Jesus coming, and then the pieces. So I can't tell you all the things I'm going to do because it's a gift for some others. But in my house, it will be an intentional everyday reading a verse that leads me to the day of Christ being born. There's a tradition that we started, and we're going to start.
That is great. I like that. But those traditions could be as fabulous as that, or as simple as 2 days before Christmas, you go ahead and you read the Christmas story, that type of thing. I know I do 2 weeks before, and I will read the Christmas story in each version I could find, different translations of the Bible, of all the different ones. And for me, that's just something personally I do for myself. And for John and I, we will read a book with the Christmas story in it. And that's a way for us to join in and do it together. Our goal is to reduce the contact with toxic people, as well as including family members, and to remember to do that. And that might include staying off social media. So yes, you didn't go to the Christmas party, or you didn't go to the Christmas gathering, but then all of a sudden you see all the pictures come up on social media of that Christmas gathering, and it takes you down a road you just didn't mentally need to go. You might need to fast social media during certain times of different holidays so that you can keep your mind in the right place and focused in on Jesus where it needs to be, and not with this regret, but that you actually chose wisely to go ahead and keep Christmas simple for yourself, keep yourself and your mind in a good place. And one of those ways, besides resting well and eating well, is to go ahead and create your own Christmas party. And that could be on that day or days before, but it could be a virtual party. So even if you're in Seattle and I'm in California, I can go ahead and invite you to this party at a specific time, and I can do it on Zoom and Skype. There's Messenger. There's so many different places to go ahead and meet up and let you know ahead of time what to bring to the party, whether you're supposed to be wearing a ugly sweater or a crazy hat or Christmas earrings. We'll have a judging on that, but you could have games. You could have a meal. There's all different ways. And if you're not sure, you can Google how to have a virtual Christmas party. And that can make it really fun for you. Having that social interaction happen, even if it's just one other person on the other side of the screen, so that you're making that connection instead of just going straight into yourself and going into some sort of depression. You want to keep your spirits up for sure.
Make those new traditions. I love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this short little video here, but we wanted to make sure that you realize there's so many different options. If you have ideas for different things that people can do that are alone, away, put them down below because everybody would love to see them and share them. There's so many more. All right. Talk to you later, Renee. Bye.
Holidays.